Ed Rotberg's Battlezone, one of the first 3D games ever, is still a favorite anywhere it can be found. It's also spawned more rumors than almost any other coin-op of the era, since a special version of the game was allegedly created for the military to train tank drivers. Like many of Atari's great games, it was first conceived at an off-site brainstorming session. The possibility of Battlezone being used to train U.S. Army troops was quite a controversial issue when the news was first reported. Since then, stories about military Battlezone have circulated among many gamers. Now, for the first time ever, Ed Rotberg reveals the true story behind the myth. Did the Army want a military version of the game? Sort of.
It really wasn't the U.S. Army. It was a group of consultants that were trying to develop an inexpensive training device for the Bradley fighting vehicles. This outside consultant group, which consisted of a lot of ex-Army generals, came and contacted people here at Atari and said, "Can you do a custom version of Battlezone that will specifically train for this new vehicle we have?" And they decided we could do that.
Unlike most video games, it was not a fun project to work on.
One of the people here had taken it on as his project, and basically got me assigned to do it. And I don't have particularly fond memories of it. I lost like 3.5 months of my life living here constantly trying to meet a deadline that they had set up based on a worldwide conference that Army TRADOC was having by satellite. So in order to get this done, we were working here around the clock, weekends. Literally, I rarely saw my wife.
Still, some innovations came from the product. Here, Ed reveals the most famous one, as well as the final outcome of the project.
We actually copied the controller from the gunner's control in the fighting vehicle, and in fact, that controller was the basis for the controller used in Star Wars and many other Atari games from that point on. The demo unit was finished, and then I don't know all the reasons. Like, as I said, I was as anxious as possible to get off of it. I said I would do the prototype if I didn't have anything to do with any production plans, and they made that assurance to me, and then there turned out to be no production plans, and I don't know whether it was Atari. I believe it was Atari that decided they didn't want to get into that business, which I think was probably a wise decision.
So the project was canceled, and Military Battlezone never saw the light of day. Still, there were those prototypes. What became of them? Ed Rotberg knows, but he would not go into any more detail than the following.
There's at least one prototype existing in the world.